Morning guys, so it's day 2, Stevenage bathroom, and we're off to a great start. The isolator for the hot on the tank in the airing cupboard is seized, so that's going to be a new one. So to get the hot drain down for the bathroom, I've got to drain the entire tank down. So there being no bath, the only place I can drain the hot, kitchen tap, which is going to take forever. So I had the clever idea, put my hose on the hot pipe, run it out the window. That's a great idea, works a treat. But next time I do it, I'll have to make sure where the hose ended up when I threw it out the window, because the hose came down and landed in here. I've turned the valve on and I haven't flooded it, but I got it a bit wet to say the least. So we're just going to clean this up now. The hot's almost done, that's good, so it stopped running, so we can pretty much get on now. My daughter's going to finish cleaning that up. Luckily it's a tiled floor, no damage done. But that's what you get for assuming your pipe's outside when you threw it out the upstairs window. Off to a great start. Don't forget guys, like, share, subscribe. Cheers. Okay guys, so the hot isolator for this house is completely and utterly seized. This one here, which comes out the top, I'm not sure where that one's going. It must be, and that's the overflow, goes up into the loft, back into the tank, and that's the feed coming down that feeds the kitchen and the bathroom. So we're going to cut into here and put a new isolator in, just to make it a bit easier for ourselves later on down the line. We don't have to drain the tank in the loft again, we can just turn it off here, and then that shuts everything off. That's the feed to the tank, that comes down from the tank, that one there. So that comes down from the tank, down, goes into the bottom of the tank down there with the drain off, which we don't need to touch. So we're just going to splice a new isolator in here, and then we should be golden. You recording it? Mm-hmm. Stop. I'm a little bit paranoid, so I'm just going to run over there and make sure that tank is empty. Now you can never be too safe. This tank literally feeds the hot water system. That's the heating system, and that is empty. As you can see, water levels right down the bottom. So I am good to go. Cutting that, there might be a bit of water because it's not quite at its lowest point, but at least I know that if I cut that pipe, I'm not going to flood his house. It's just a paranoia thing, guys. Always best to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, although your arms are more.
These flexible buckets, absolutely brilliant. I might get a little bit of water, but there shouldn't be much. There we go. Perfect. So now we've got a rough idea how much we need to cut out. Something like that out there. Oh God. Need to oil up my cutters. Mm. There, slide that one there. Wet hands don't help. There we go. Put that up in the air. Right, I need the jointing compound, Els. Mm-hmm. Let's dry them off so we get a good seal. Bit of jointing compound. Nice thick gunky stuff. Brush that around the olive. So we get a good coverage of it on both the bolts. Never used to do this, but I did have one leak on me the other day, so this is going to be something I would be doing a lot more often. You don't need a lot. Take round the olive, that back one up first. Right, make sure it's all the way in. Give this a nip. Get the grips on just for the final. Beautiful on and off. Nice new isolator on the hop. Now I don't have to drain down the entire bloody system. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow. Okay, so we've now removed the cold feed in the bathroom, which originally came from there and went down and linked into that pipe there. So what we've done is we've solder jointed an elbow in, put a T in, run it round through the joist nice and low, and put it into a push fit which goes all the way back up into the loft and links to the original with an isolator on it, a full bore isolator, so they can now shut the bathroom cold off in the loft without turning the mains water off. We've also cut in a new isolator in the airing cupboard for the hot water, as you know from the previous video. So that's been cut in. A nice new isolator in there because that one's knackered, so that's now shuts the hot off independently. So now we don't have to drain the tanks down, turn the mains off, we can just crack on. So next on the agenda, we've got to chase those two pipes into the wall. We've got to chase a 40mm waste, a 30mm waste into the wall, and a 40mm across there, just a short bruise span, and then bring it back out by the bath. And that 40mm waste has got to go through there, and we've got to cut into that cast iron downstairs and change it for plastic. So we've got a fair bit still to do. Keep watching guys, don't forget to subscribe to the old YouTube channel, appreciate it. Now if there's one thing I hate guys, is this. Absolutely jam-packed with crap. I've already swept most of this, but look at all the rubbish. I mean, why can't you keep your ceiling joist, why can't you keep your floor joists clear? I'm going to clean all this out, because I just can't work like that. It's just a fucking fire hazard. See you soon. That's better. I hate mess, and I've still got under here to do, but it looks better. Time to get on. I'm going to put a bit of floor down temporarily, so I've got something to kneel on, and then I can adjust all the rest of the pipe work. Okay guys, so we've run all the pipe work now. We've got all the pipe work where we want it. I've run the waste to roughly to the soil pipe, but we haven't connected it yet. So that soil pipe's going to run around now. It's got to run downhill. At the moment it's just fixed just to hold it up. We've got to do the final connection, but I'm not going to have time today and I can't do nothing with that or leave a working toilet. So tomorrow that will get lowered at that end, and then it will get cut off down there, new pipe, and that'll be reconnected with a new Durgo. We've sorted out all the pipe work and extended it and chased it into the wall there. It's currently on pressure test. We've extended it and moved the hot and cold so they're in line under the bath. And as you know, we've done all that and done away with this pipe, which is now around that corner in that grey pipe going into the loft with an isolator on. So we're just about to drop our first board in. It's going to go tight to this wall, and then we're going to have a decent cut to slide in that side once we get the cut. That way then we get a half board here as well, otherwise we end up with a little sliver when it measured out. So we're going to drop that in, make it safe for them, provisionally put a couple of screws in just to hold it, and then we can measure out the other board, get that one slid into place. There might still be a small gap here which we can't really do much with because I've got to put a full board in, but I don't want to take the toilet out at this time of day. So that's where we're at the moment. Keep an eye out for the final video for the day. Cheers guys. Okay guys, so end of day 2. We've got all the water pipes where we want them now. So I've chased the hot and cold in. Unfortunately I can't risk chasing that 4-inch in. These bricks are hollow, so they're going to stay surface, and we're going to box that section in up from the vanity, from under the vanity to the bath. It's a floating vanity, so that it's going to be a bit awkward, but I can't go chasing and undermining nearly a metre of wall, because these bricks are hollow, and then you've got engineering bricks at the bottom, so that's not an option. I started to board this out. We've put the floor in underneath here, you can see it, we've just boarded that up. We've made the niche. It's not finished because we don't know the exact diameter yet. It's just in there just to get us started, so that I can get the bath in tomorrow. I can get the bath in, we can finish boarding that, we can work out the niche afterwards, that's not an issue. We've got some of the floor down, got the bath pipes in the right place and out the floor. I'm just going to cover that hole up so they've got something to use. So we've still got the soil pipe to change and that white waste to connect to it once we're done, and a new Durgo. Sorry guys. Yeah, so we're getting there, not looking too bad. Let's have a good tidy up now. So tomorrow, bath, finish the waste pipes, make sure the toilet feeds in the right place, get the rest of the floor changed, get the bath in, plumbed in and connected, and we're going to have to put a cap on the waste for the basin just to make sure we don't get an overflow when the bath's full. And then we'll look like we're getting somewhere. So stay tuned for tomorrow guys. See you soon. Don't forget, like, share, follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Cheers guys.